And then I'm gonna have you onto one side one more time. We're gonna do some side lying leg raises. So what I want you to do is get used to being on one side. I'm gonna pull this bottom knee up with my top arm. So I'm hugging that up. My other hand is gonna support my head. So I'm top hand, bottom knee, top leg out nice and long, and we're just tracing up and down. The old Jane Fonda. I'm kind of fond of Jane. That heel drives away. The toe stays toward the nose. So I'm not rolling my toe up. I'm keeping my toe toward the nose. And my body committed over onto this side. So I don't want to be somewhat open here. I want to close down the door. And don't touch the floor. When I come down, I'm just off the ground. Squeezing the butt. 3 more. And the last one before we roll, as gracefully as you can. Roll it on over to the other side. And then start tracing that leg. Pretend there's a wall behind you and you're dragging that heel along the wall. So that heel stays back, the toe stays pulled toward the nose. Hug that knee up a little more if you can. Cycle your breathing. We're gonna go 2 more. And 1 more on that side. Nice, guys. Up onto all 4s. The lateral lunge / lateral squat never goes out of style, guys. I want to make sure that we loosen up the groin for it. So we're going to just scoot sliding forward and then gently glide back. This can be a really gnarly stretch on this inner thigh. From the side, it looks like this. I want to try to be mindful of my spine angle here. So I don't want to be rounded and tough. I want to try to keep my body nice and long while I rock back. I'm also digging in my toe here, so I'm not floppy footed. I've got my toe dug in and I'm getting some ankle mobility on this side. So there's a kind of a twofer here. It's an inner thigh stretch on one side and an ankle stretch on the other. Exhale as you slide back. And inhale forward. Try and walk that leg out a little bit further. So you're just inching that leg out there so you can bite off a little more range of motion. Tread gently. And then one more time, try to scoot it out a little bit further. Walk that heel out. Lengthen the spine. Chin is pulling away from the floor, so we're not bobbing for apples. Keep that head pulled back. And then carefully, as you bring that leg in, we're going to switch it on over to the other side. Get your body moving and rocking. Gently easing into that stretch. And inch that leg out a little bit further, realigning the spine, making sure that you're not rounding or dipping down. You're pushing the floor away. Imagine there was a broomstick touching your head, your shoulders, and your tailbone, and you want to keep the spine on the broomstick. And then take that leg out a little bit further. You might start to notice with some of this warmer weather, the body starts to stretch a little bit better. One more breath out as you push back. All right, here's where it's your turn to get a little bit creative. So I have a foam roller, I have a remote control, I also have my water bottle. So anything handy, we're gonna place up on the tailbone. Just make sure if you use a water bottle, you screw the tap on nice and tight. The hard part is placing the object to the tail. We're gonna do hydrants. So I'm just lifting one knee off the floor and then the other knee off the floor, and I'm lifting it out to the side. So try to give me a side angle so I can see what object you chose. Awards for the most amazing object today. Maybe it's a small child. Maybe it's an animal. Maybe it's a cone that you took from the gym that no one knows you have. Casey's looking at me. This is my cone, coach. I'm kidding. So it's out to the side. Pee on the hydrant. When we do our bear crawl, so the bear crawl challenge of the month, guys, when we do our bear crawls, the biggest error people make is bouncing those hips all side to side, right? You want to keep that, pretend it was a level that you would use for leveling something and keep the level level. So don't let the level move one way or the other way. As you're going to the right, the level stays level. As you're going to the left, the level stays level. That's a lot of level. One more each way, my friends. And relax all the way down to the belly. We're going to do the reverse snow angel. You can remove that from your backside. The reverse snow angel, guys, is this swimming motion. Reaching all the way overhead as far as you can. Touch the thumbs. And then bringing it back all the way to the hips. Try and put the hands to the pockets. And then overhead. And then all the way back. Just getting used to being there face first on the floor. Preparing us for some work that we've got coming up a little bit later on. Again, if I said this at the beginning of class, but if you missed it, if you have some light dumbbells or some soup cans work really well because this does not have to be heavy, or 2 small water bottles, that would be cool too. You can use them for some of the exercises we have today. And we're going to go one more, guys, all the way to the front, all the way back. So the first exercise in today's 8 exercise workout is called frog thrust or plank to squat. And what that is it's a plank position where we jump in and we hit the bottom of our squat. So what I want to do is walk you through that. We start from a push-up-like position. I'm going to step 1 foot as far forward as I can. So I'm going to bring that leg in. And guys, we're just going to play with movement here, just getting the hips loose. So bringing 1 foot forward and then play with the position. You can come up onto the fingertips if need be. If you have a small stool, you could also elevate your hands if you needed to as well. That would make this a little less aggressive. And then, guys, side to side. So just side to side as you're rocking. Keep that foot way in front here so it's right alongside the hand, and just rock from side to side and loosen it up. Breathing through it. And then let's think up, around, and down. So I'm going to go up, around, and down. And I'm just mobilizing that hip in a nice big circle.
4, 3, 2, 1.
When we're ready to start jumping, you'll be good and loose and ready to move it nice and freely. Switch that side. You can come to the knees to switch. Bring the other leg forward. And then we'll just start by bouncing the hips up and back down gently. Up and back down gently. And then a little side to side. Loosening that hip, inside and outside. And catch your breath here, guys, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then we're gonna go up, around, and down. So up, out, around, and down, and just make nice big circles through the hip. Keeping the foot glued to the floor. One more nice big circle through.
Doggy Spa Divas, Renovation Renegades.
And then bring it on up to standing.
Let's keep the businesses we love in business.
With your feet together, you're going to toe touch. We're going to walk our hands out and then bump the thighs to the ground gently. So assume the position here with me. Take a breath out. Now, guys, as we go out of this position, what I want you to really take note of is the knees and the heels. I'm going to press my knees back, and I'm pushing my heels back. So the knees stay back, the heels stay back, and I'm walking back, trying to get my heels as flat to the floor as quickly as I can before standing back up. So your turn. Toe touch. Walk back out. Drop the thighs. And then return back into that position. Heels go back, knees go back, walk it back. Good focus. We're gonna do this 2 more times. I want you to pretend that you still have that level on your hips. And as you're walking out, try not to shake the level off the hips. We wanna stay nice and still through the hip line on the way out and on the way back. So 2 more repetitions, make your way out, drop your thighs and look up. There we go, and then push it back and keep those hips level, trying not to hit the wobble. All right, my friends, so let's start to put all this together, and here's the frog thrust. I'm gonna jump my feet in, and my feet land wider than my hands. I'm holding the bottom of the squat, and then I'm gonna push and jump back into plank. I can step in into the bottom of my squat, and then step back. So again, it's jump in, bottom of the squat, jump back, or step in, lower down, and step back. The choice is yours. And again, elevating your hands will give you more room if you have a small stool there. Go with what feels comfortable for you. Don't force any of this. The main goal when you get in is that your heels are flat. So I do not want to get in on my toes and be up on my tiptoes. I want to get in and get my heels flat to the best of my ability. Whether that means I have to walk them in there or whether that means I have to elevate my hands, that is my target. We're going to be working for 40 seconds, and that's the first exercise. Are we good on that? Shake your head like this to the beat. It just tells me you're good on that. All right, yeah, cool. Candace is feeling it. Hey, guys, come on up to your feet. The sprinter skip. So we've done this as a non-alternating pattern. We're going to now try to coordinate this into an alternating pattern. So you're going to step 1 foot back. You're going to put your fingertips to the track and pretend like you're about to take off. You're then going to stand up. We're just going to practice our balance first. So this is the first portion of the drill. I'm stepping back, fingertips to the floor. Not my hand, just my fingertips. And then I'm going to come up. So I want you to show me 5 on one side. Step back and come up. Let's establish that you know how to do this on one side. In the back position, we want that leg long and strong and touching the floor. So I'm not elevating it off the floor. It's not a balance drill back there. It's a balance drill when I come up. Then get 5 on that other side. If you're looking at your screen, guys, you should be able to see down the lane. So you should be able to see up in front of you. Try not to get into this rounded hunch position. Rather stay dropping into the hips. Boom, drive up. And then tap the fingertips. Stay looking in the screen. Some of you guys are working the arms in there. I love it. We definitely want to include the arms in this exercise. So let's talk about how to alternate that. If you're alternating it in a non-jumping pattern, it just looks like this. I reach back, boom, drive up, and then I step down and reach back. Boom, drive up, reach down, and step back. Boom, and try and make that nice sharp, boom, knee drive. So I want to be nice and controlled. If I'm going to skip that, I'm going to come from here, boom, pop up, step down, step back. So there's a little bit of coordination involved that I want to step down and step back with the other side. So guys, I'm going to give you 15 seconds as a little warm up here to get that alternating pattern down. Whether you jump it or step it, it's entirely up to you. 3, 2, 1, go. and rest. Cool. So I see some of you guys a little confused about which hand you're going to go reaching with, and that's part of this drill is getting the brain to connect to the limbs. I like to think about letting my opposite arm do exactly what the leg's doing. So when my leg drives back, this arm drives back. And then when it comes up and bends, the leg comes up and bends. So the opposite arm is doing exactly what the opposite leg is doing. The next drill, lateral traveling jumping jacks. We've done jumping jacks before, but not moving in a lateral pattern. What that looks like, guys, is I can step just like I'm stepping over the line or stepping up onto a curb in a lateral pattern, or I can jumping jack. And my goal is to keep a nice steady spacing as I move from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen and back again. So it's just moving that jumping jack in a lateral pattern. You can jog step or step up onto the curb. If you're gonna do the step up onto the curb, make sure you're picking your feet up over the curb. So I don't wanna just kick the curb. Again, 15 seconds to show me you got what it takes. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice job, Christine. There you go. That's it, and good. There we go, Ange got the step over, the jumping jacks. Cool, guys. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Important to note that with that lateral traveling jumping jack, I'm not just hopping lateral. I'm literally stepping in, touching my feet, and stepping out. So you want to make sure that your spacing is actually changing from narrow, wide, and it is awkward because you're moving one way while you do it. So definitely a little brain teaser there. So we have frog thrust to squat, sprinter skips, lateral jumping jacks. Those 3 exercises back to back, 30, 30, 30, that's 90 seconds worth of work, are designed to jack up the heart rate. So guys, you got to be in it to win it. We get the heart rate cruising. You can hear I'm breathing heavy. I didn't even do but 15 seconds of it. Then we go to our belly and we're going to work our superhero arm T. So if you have those light weights, now's your chance to grab them. They don't have to be heavier than 3 pounds or even 1 pound like a soup can. And we're strengthening the shoulder blades. And so I lay flat on my belly. As I lift off the floor, my arms are up, my legs are up, and then I come back down. Arms up, legs up, and then I come back down. I'm holding a coffee cup as if I was going to lift it to the ceiling. So I'm not turning and pouring the cup out. So my thumbs are going to face up to the ceiling when I hold these weights. 15 seconds. If you have no weights, have no worries. Just do the work with your hands. It's cool. Legs are off the ground and arms are off the ground. It is a glute, hamstring, thigh drill, and they go up and down. So the feet will lift when the arms lift, and the feet will lower when the arms lower. Get to work, guys. Get a set of 5 in. Make sure you're holding your cups up to the ceiling, so don't pour your coffee mug out. That's much better, guys. There we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, so a couple of things that I want to point out. I don't want to make this a giant lumbar extension drill. So it's not that I need to peel my head and neck out of the grass as much as possible. I just want to elevate a little bit, and then I want to lower back down. I want to elevate a little bit, get tight, and then lower back down. So don't yank up as high as you can. And in fact, keeping the chin tucked will be very helpful with that. So after we hit that backside, guys, we're going to roll it out on the floor, literally. And here's the exercise. I can choose to go happy baby rocks. So I'm just rocking here from happy baby. Otherwise, I can try and roll, hugging the knees and sit up. Now, what am I doing with this drill? I'm rolling my spine down. So it's important that I get this little lumbar curve and roll as I roll down and I roll back up. I'm trying to make that as seamless, as relaxed as possible. There should be no thud on the floor from my back hitting first. All right, so another option for that, guys, is just holding and crunching, working on getting that flexion. So I'm just here to here, squeezing up and down. And this would work just as well. Otherwise, I can roll it up and roll it back down. And we're working 30 seconds, either the crunch or the roll or the happy baby massage. The choice is yours. Now, guys, I want you to catch your breath for 1 second. I want to enter into the last portion of this, which is the inner thigh stretch. as you come up, if you spread your feet out nice and wide, you're going to get a big stretch called a spread eagle. You're going to get a big stretch through the inner thigh here. So I roll down. I'm checking my surroundings, so make sure that you guys check yours. I roll down, I kick out, and then I'm going to go as far forward as I can. So that's the last tier of this. If you want to take it into that nice big adductor stretch, just roll out and reach out. And the choice is yours to go all the way up to that level if you'd like. But it is a nice stretch if you get there and can enjoy it. So guys, making our way down the list, we have 3 exercises remaining: the lateral bear crawl, the lateral squat, and the side to side hip roll, which is kind of a little recovery. The lateral bear crawl, again, I want you to be mindful that if you had that level on your tailbone, as I put my 5-pound weight up there, I want to be able to balance that. So it's not just about crawling, but about crawling well. And I'm moving in this lateral pattern. You are more than welcome to put your water bottle up there and challenge yourself to keep it there while you move. You'll know if you're too high because it will roll down and smack you in the head. And you'll know you're too low. Christine's laughing. You'll know it's too low if your butt's down too low and it rolls off your backside. You also get that left-right feedback. So guys, when I move lateral, it's opposite hand, opposite leg. Opposite hand, opposite leg moving. So let's see what you got. Get lateral, moving across your screen. You can keep your knees on the floor. You can lift them up. Lifting them up, but just a little bit. It's looking really good. Guys, come on up and rest for a sec. That looks good. On this one, we want to definitely make the difference between being here on my feet and walking and being here on my toes. And I really want to be on my toes with my hips low. All right, so this one, my heels won't be on the floor as I'm working through it. So work hard to keep those toes on the floor and get the alternating pattern work. Again, it's a little brain buster to get opposite hand and leg moving. The lateral squat, here's where, again, using a nice light weight, you might have your 3s or your 5s, gives you something to lean back against. I take my feet out nice and wide. I'm just going to press the weights forward while I sit. I can choose to use one weight if I'd like, or no weight. And I'm just going from one side to the other side. My main objective is that my kickstand stays strong. So I'm reaching my hips back. I'll show one from the side here. Reaching my hips back. And just opening up those thighs. So we did those side to side. We did those egg rolls to eagles, and that helps open up these thighs. Now we're going to put some strength to it. Looking really good, you guys. One more each way. So one thing we want to be mindful not to do is send the hips over there without bringing the body, or send the body over there without bringing the hips. As I go there, I want to try to think lined up. If there was a wall against me, I'm pushing my shoulders, my hip, and my knee all against that wall. So everything lined up, not leaning with the shoulders or not leaning with the hips. Everything's lined up. Last one, friends, and then make your way back down. We're going to do our side-to-side hip roll. Now, again, at the end of this is kind of a little recovery for us, but it's definitely some ab work, and we can absolutely make this a little bit more difficult, and I'll show you some ways. So my arms are out to the side. I'm rolling my hips over one way, keeping my shoulders pressed down to the floor, and I'm rolling them back the other way. So start with that, guys. Get a couple rolls one way, a couple rolls the other way. The next tier to that is, instead of bending the knees, I make it the windshield wiper. My feet are all the way up. I'm going all the way over, trying to touch my hand. I bring it up, bring it over. And then lastly, if I want to make that a little bit more difficult, I'm holding my foam roller in between my feet. You can use a yoga block, a pillow, just gives you a little inner thigh work. And you're just holding while your windshield wipers are going. Got it? All right. Hey, guys, report to your screen. Guys, ready to punch in and go to work? It's go time. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So, hey, does anybody remember what the first exercise was? Maybe you already have it written down. Use your cheat sheet. No, you have no freaking idea. Okay, I'll tell you guys. We're going to that plank to squat position. Plank to squat position. It's gonna be 30 seconds on. I'll say stop after 30 seconds. I'll have 15 seconds to explain to you the next exercise. That's when you light it up and you load it for 30 more seconds, and we'll do that all the way down. And we got about 24 minutes worth of work, so if we don't get started now, we never will. Squat thrust, get your plank position ready. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I like what I'm seeing already. You guys are on point. Remember, these first 3 exercises are designed to spike your heart rate. So you've got to go all in for them. You can recover during the core work on our belly and on our back. Be as plyometric as you wish. You can absolutely take your hands off the floor when you jump in. 2, 1, and rest. Guys, the next one is that alternating sprint or skip. So tap the floor, reach back, skip up, other side. Tap the floor, reach back, and skip up. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure you're touching the floor with that foot when you reach it back. I want you getting that floor to the foot, so tap the floor. Alternating sides helps coordinate this pattern, you guys. So use that alternating pattern to challenge your ability. 2, 1, and rest. Lateral moving jumping jacks or lateral step over the curves. A little breathing here, guys. Again, we want to be quick with our feet here. These 30 seconds will get you going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep, try to nice even spacing, guys. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nicely done, team. Down to your belly. Arm T superheroes. Grab your weights. We're getting that arm T going, strengthening the shoulders. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. That's it. Not a huge pull into the lower back, but a giant pull into the shoulder blades. I want those thumbs facing the ceiling when you lift up, like you're holding a mug and not spilling it. 10 seconds. And rest. 15-second break, guys. Egg rolls to eagles. Roll it on over to your backside. Pull those knees up to your chest. Get ready to roll. Remember, you can make it a crunch. You can roll all the way up. 3, 2, 1, and go. You want to make this as smooth as you can over those lower back muscles and roll the vertebrae. As you come up, if you're hitting that spread eagle each time, try to kick out a little bit wider and try to bring your nose to the floor. Candace, you're almost there, kid. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice work, guys. We having fun yet or what? Lateral bear crawl. If you're not having fun yet, this will definitely get your juices flowing. You can put that water bottle on your tail. Challenge it. I'm all for that. 2, 1, and crawl. Knees are skimming the floor or on the floor. Stay close and dialed in. Try to move to the rhythm of the music. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lateral squat, guys. If you have that lightweight, take those feet super, super wide. Spread the screen with your toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Try to keep your toes straight ahead. Don't let your toes turn out. We want those toes pointed directly at me. And remember, when you get over there, it's like your whole body, shoulder, hip, and foot are all against the wall. You're not leaning with the upper body. You're reaching with the hips. Looking good, guys. Each one goes deeper. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Side to side hip rolls, guys. Windshield wipers. You can bring those feet all the way up. You can bend the knees and hook them to the side. Press those shoulders down. And go. There you go, Nance. Get that pillow and get to it. Yeah. Some of you guys got the foam rollers in there. You got the pillows. Sweet. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job, kids. Round 1 done. Get back up. Let's get that heart rate jazzed up again. It's frog thrust to squat, so plank to squat. 4, 3, 2. Remember, you can step this or jump this. Ready, go. If you need a longer break period, now's the time to take a little chill pill. Jump in on the next one. Skip any one of these first 3 if you need it. There we go. Guys, when you jump in, if you want to take your hands off the floor, you're welcome to jump in, whip the hands off the floor, catch the squat. It's like the burpee without standing up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Sprinter skips coming at you next, guys. Little 15-second window here. Try to power the arms into these movements, guys. Power the arms through it. If you're not going to skip, that's cool, but be sharp with that knee up. 3, 2, 1, go. Try to be in control as you step that foot down. So, Christine, only one hand on the floor. It's a light tap. Light tap. Boom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, baby, that's all right. We'll work through it. Don't you worry. All I need is an effort. We'll make it perfect as we go. Guys, lateral traveling jack or skip. I'm sorry, lateral traveling jack or jog. So you're stepping over the curb or jumping jack lateral. 3, 2, 1, go. How's your coordination with this pattern? That's it, driving those arms with it. If you're doing the jog step, the arms are still driving too. If you're doing the jumping jack, try to bring the arms up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, down to your belly, guys. Arm T superhero, arm T superhero. Grab your soup cans, grab your light weights, whatever you need. So I get you breathing heavy, and then I put you face first on the ground where it's hardest to breathe. You got to use those lungs. 3, 2, 1, go. Shin stays tucked toward the collarbone. Drive up with the shoulder blades. 15 seconds. Trying to keep those arms out to the side as far as you can, guys. Unhook the elbows. Reach those arms out. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Egg rolls to eagles. The best part of designing the workouts is figuring out what they call things. 3, 2, 1, and go. Show me your roll. Remember, this can be done as a legs up crunch. This can be done just rolling smoothly through it or rolling up, kicking out, and reaching through nose to the floor. Here we go, guys. Big reach, big reach. Hello, hip openers. This next set of lateral lunges is going to feel even better after these. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lateral bear crawl. Again, I challenge you, throw that water bottle up there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nicely done, guys. The head and the tail are at a perfect level. Not one is higher than the other. Remember, trying to keep those hips level from left to right while you're working through opposite arm and leg. Guys are looking good. Great coordination. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lateral squatting. Up, wide stance. Grab that load if you want a light load to press against. Remember, toes are straight ahead, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. This set, I want you trying to get down even lower. Put the weight into both heels. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Reaching your hips back. The first movement is back and then down. So push back and then down as you go one side to the other. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Windshield wipers or side-to-side hip rolls, guys. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Add away, peeps. Squeeze those cushions, rollers. Yep, pressing those arms actively into the floor, guys. As you're down there, squeeze the elbows or shoulders down into the floor. Try not to let them move up. 2, 1, and rest. Great job through the second round. Let's get up for the third round, guys. We're going to squat thrust. We're going to stay right on this. If you need the break, please, I encourage you to take it. If you need to work less segments of each 30-second block, please feel free. Just work for 15 seconds and take a 45-second break. The choice is yours. In 3, 2, 1, begin. You can hop in. You can step in. You can even do that hand walkout that we were practicing in the warm-up. Or you can jump in and take the hands off the floor and move in and out as quickly as you can. Try to get those heels down when you step in. 3, 2, 1, rest. Sprint or skip, alternating sides. If you're unsure of the movement, slow this one down and just tap the opposite hand to the floor, stand up, and then hit the other side. In 4, 3, 2, 1, execute. Christine, that's when you step right down. Yes, up, step right down, and then back, you're getting it. You're getting it. Yes, yes, yes. 15 seconds, guys. Light them up. Love it. I love it. You guys look good. Looking athletic now. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lateral jumping jack. If you have a jump rope, you can do jump ropes lateral too. I wouldn't take that away from you. Otherwise, lateral stepping over the curb. In 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Nice work, guys. Nice work. Doing that jog step, you can pretend they're hurdles. Got to get over the hurdles while you're working. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Great work, guys. Great work. Arm T superheroes on your belly, face first. Get your water bottle, hold your mug up, and don't spill it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep. If you're not holding anything, make a fist with the hand and pull the
Now
thumbs
more than
toward the
ever,
ceiling.
Unitil wants
So
to help
make
you
fists
improve
like
the
you're
energy
holding mugs.
efficiency and comfort of your home.
Lift to
Unitil
the
is offering
ceiling.
new virtual home energy assessments at no cost, customized just for your home. Unitil's energy specialists will gather information, conduct a virtual
Anticlimactic
tour, and
commercial.
determine what
5,
improvements your home may need.
4,
Learn how to improve
3,
your home's energy
2,
performance in
1,
3
and
months.
rest.
Schedule your
15-second
no-cost
break, guys.
virtual
Egg rolls to
assessment today with
Eagles.
Unitil by calling 866-527-7283
Egg roll to Eagle.
or go to unitil.com/virtual.
5, 4,
Brighten your day with
3,
an ice-cold Starbucks
2,
cold brew.
1, and
Smooth
hit it.
refreshing. It might just be the little lift you need.
On this one, try to bring your chest to the ground. So roll forward. Try to bring your chest to the ground between those feet. There we go.
I absolutely
There we
love
go.
the constant shedding. Not so
Yes,
much.
breathe
But
and
then
move with
I got a
control.
Sweeper pet kit, and
As you
it is
sit up,
amazing.
exhale out.
These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was just from one
5,
sweep.
4,
And the best part,
3,
sweeper's so
2,
much easier to maneuver
1,
than a broom
break.
or a vacuum. Easily getting around chairs.
Lateral
under the
bear crawl,
couch.
guys. Spin it over. Line up your either
Now
roller,
you can
water
focus on
bottle
you,
weight on
not
your
your shedding.
backside. Challenge your
Sweeper,
crawl
sweeper
with
pet.
level and
Because shit
stability.
happens.
You have that remote control handy. That works too. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
15 seconds. Stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Great work, team. Lateral squat. On your feet, feet nice and wide. Spread the floor. 3, 2, 1, and go. All the way up to the middle. Then get low and go. All the way up, get low and go. 5 seconds. 5.
5,
And rest. Last one is that side-to-side windshield wiper, guys, or hip rolls. Side-to-side windshield wiper or hip rolls. 5, 4, and go. Press the floor down hard. It's a shoulder drill disguised as a leg drill, guys. Hold the floor down with your arms.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
3, 2, 1, and rest. Hey, last round coming at you guys. We're going back up to our squat, jump in, jump out. So plank position to squat. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Last round, let's kick butt. Right, get right back on. Jump in, feet flat, jump up. You can step or jump, guys. You can step or jump. When you jump back, try to get a solid plank. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the butt. Hold your plank. That's the leg. 10 seconds.
3, 2,
3, 2,
5,
and rest. On your feet, sprinters.
3,
All
2,
side.
1.
10 seconds. On your feet, sprinter skips. We got 8 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, here we go. Alternating sides, guys. Hit it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, push off that back foot. When you touch that foot down, push off hard.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So And you got that lateral jog step going. On the next interval, I want you to do the skips. In 3, 2, 1, and switch. Guys, lateral traveling jumping jack, lateral traveling jumping jack, or lateral hurdle runs. And you're going to do the skips. Sprinter skip. All good. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go, guys. If you're hitting those hurdles, keep your feet up and over those hurdles. Pick them up and over. Pick them up and over. That's better, Candace. Okay, guys. Great coordination, guys. This basically is awesome to do. Jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Arm T superheroes. Get on your belly. Make it hard to breathe. Get your weights in hand, and we're going to go arm lifts and leg lifts. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Place those shoulder blades together. When you lift off, you kind of squeeze those blades together. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Leg rolls eagle, flip it over. Making you guys do a break dance. Listen to these transitions. In 3, 2, 1, go. Roll the eagle. Make it as smooth, as nimble, as of a roll as possible. Feel each vertebrae roll along the floor as you go back and as you come up. Yes, you totally just headbutted the floor. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice work, guys. Lateral bear crawl. Get your foam roller, your water bottle, your cone up on your tailbone, and let's make this crawl happen without spilling it. 3, 2, 1, go. Great coordination, crew. Burning the legs, burning the arms. Keep your knees low and your spirits high. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Lateral squat, kids, lateral squat. Get up, get on your feet, and get your feet wide. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Take these ones as deep as you can. Go for the stretch. Load up the hip. Yes, that's how to reach for it, guys. I don't care how many of you, I care how well you can move on. Time. 15-second break, guys. Going down to our backside, side-to-side hip rolls. Last station of the morning. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Windshield wipers. Knees bent, legs straight. Choice is yours. Either way, shoulders to the floor. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. That's what's up, guys. Catch your breath, please.